In the heart of Cherokee Park, Louisville, Kentucky, lies a fountain that's more than just a mere structure of bronze and water. It's a place where history, mystery, and legend intertwine, capturing the imaginations of those who dare to explore its depths. Welcome, dear listeners, to a special episode of Legends, Lore, and Lies, where today we journey into the heart of this mystical site, to Hogan's Fountain. Picture a towering statue of Pan, the Greek god of the wild, shepherd of flocks, and companion of the nymphs, standing sentinel over cascading waters. Crafted over a century ago by the skilled hands of Enid Yandell, financed by the philanthropy of the Hogan family, this fountain has become the centerpiece of tales that blur the lines between the seen and the unseen, the known and the known. But what is it about this fountain that whispers secrets and shadows? Is it the way the moonlight dances across the water on a full moon night? Or the silent songs of the past that echo with each droplet that falls from Pan's flute? Legends tell of a statue that comes to life, of Pan himself stepping down from his pedestal to roam the park under the cover of darkness, engaging in mischief and revelry that leaves the morning joggers and daytime picnickers none the wiser. And yet, beyond the whispers of ancient gods and moonlit dances, there lies a tangible history. A fountain built for the refreshment of horses and dogs. A gift to the city that has become a wellspring of local lore and a focal point for those curious and the brave. So as we stand at the edge of reality and myth, let's dive into the tales and testimonies that surround Hogan's Fountain. From eyewitness accounts of eerie encounters to the skeptical analysis that try to unveil the truth behind the supernatural claims. We will explore all the facets of this legendary location. Join me as we peel back the layers of history, mystery, and possibly even magic in our quest to understand the lure of this fountain. Is it merely a beautiful piece of art? A historical landmark within one of Louisville's most beloved parks? Or is there something more? Something that beckons the bold and the curious to look closer, to question what we know, and to wonder at what might be lurking just beyond the veil of our understanding. Let's embark on this journey together into the heart of Cherokee Park and discover what lies beneath the surface of the legends of Hogan's Fountain. At the center of this tale stands a statue of Pan, the Greek god of wild, carved with exquisite detail over 100 years ago. Pan, with his human body, his horned head, and his goat legs, is not just a figure of myth, but a beacon that has drawn the curious and the brave to the heart of this park. The fountain, gifted by the Hogan family and brought to life by the talented sculptor in 1905, serves as a watering hole not just for the animals of the park, but for the imagination of each visitor. But what is it about this fountain that stirs the soul? Is it the craftsmanship of Yandell, or perhaps the benevolence of the Hogans? Or maybe, just maybe, it's the whisper of Pan's flute, heard only by those who dare to listen as the moon climbs high into the night sky. Legend has it, on nights of the full moon, the statue awakens. Pan, freed from his bronze bindings, dances through the park, his footsteps unheard, his laughter carried away by the wind. But these are not mere tales to dismiss as flights of fancy. No, they are woven into the fabric of Louisville's history, a thread that connects the past to the present, the factual to the fantastical. And yet, amidst these stories of midnight escapades and mystical happenings, Hogan's Fountain stands serene by day. Families gather, dogs frolic, and the water flows continuously, as if to wash away any trace of the previous night's secrets. Is it a place of beauty, of history, of mystery, inviting all those who visit to ponder the line between reality and myth? As we transition from the solid ground of facts into the misty realms of legend and lore, let's keep in mind the power of stories. They're not just tales to entertain, but whispers of the past that beckon us to explore, to question, and to marvel at the wonders of our world. So, dear listeners, let's venture forth into the heart of the legend, in the tales of Pan and the lore that has captivated the minds of those who wander the paths of Cherokee Park. What truths lie hidden in the stories? What mysteries await discovery? Join me as we delve into the legend and lore of Hogan's Fountain. In the heart of Cherokee Park, beneath the watchful gaze of the moon, the legend of Pan takes on a life of its own. It's said that on nights when the moon is full and the world is silent, the statue of Pan, usually inert and silent, becomes animated with an ancient energy. This is not merely a statue according to local lore, but the embodiment of the god himself, watching over the park, ready to spring into mischievous action once the clock strikes midnight. Pan, with his flute in hand, stepping down from his pedestal, the ground beneath him coming alive with sounds of nature. They say he dances through the park, playing his flute, leading a parade of shadows and whispers. Cars parked too close to his domain might find themselves the target of his playful wrath, with reports of mysterious dents, scratches appearing overnight, as if by magic. But the legend of the fountain doesn't stop at mere mischief. No, it spirals deeper into the well of folklore, connecting us to a time when people believed in the power of nature, the spirits that dwell within, and the gods who walk among us. This fountain, a nexus of natural beauty and human creativity, becomes a gateway to the otherworldly, especially under the light of the full moon. This tale is not just a fragment of Louisville's rich tapestry of stories. It's a testament to the enduring power of belief and imagination. It's a story that bridges generations, a legend that has been whispered from parent to child, friend to friend, imbuing Hogan's fountain with a magic that transcends the physical structure of bronze and water. As we prepare to shift from the ethereal tales of gods and midnight dances to the more tangible experiences of those who have encountered the mysteries of Hogan's fountain firsthand, let's ponder the power of legend. How does a story, a mere whisper of the past, hold such sway over perception of a place? How do these tales shape our experiences, coloring our encounters with the supernatural? Imagine a still night in Cherokee Park. The moon is high, casting a silvery glow over the landscape, and there, at the heart of it all, stands the fountain. Our journey now takes us into the experience of those who have dared to explore these grounds after dark, those who've sought the truth behind the legend of Pan and found themselves face to face with the unexplainable. There are those among us who whisper of nights when the silence of the park is broken not by the expected sounds of nature, but by an eerie quiet punctuated only by soft, melodic piping of what some swear is Pan's flute. Skeptics might scoff, attributing such sounds to the wind or a trick of the imagination, yet the stories persist, told with a fervor that believes simple dismissal. Take, for instance, the tale of a local jogger who, under the cloak of night, encountered what he described as a chilling laughter, emanating from the vicinity of the fountain. No source could be seen, yet the laughter followed him, echoing off the trees until he left the park's boundaries, looking back only to see the faint silhouette of a figure standing by the fountain, where no figure should have been. Or consider the stories of those who, drawn by curiosity and the thrill of the hunt, have ventured into the park with cameras and recorders, hoping to capture evidence of Pan's nocturnal wanderings. Some emerge with tales of shadows that move against the logic of flight, of whispers in an unknown language, caught on tape amidst the ambient sounds of the park at night. But it's not just thrill seekers and believers who felt the strange pull of Hogan's fountain. Even the most steadfast skeptics have found themselves puzzled by the odd malfunction of electronic devices, the sudden, inexplicable cold spots amidst the warmth of a summer night, or the feeling of being watched from darkness beyond the paths. On one hand, the skeptics, armed with their tools of reason and scientific inquiry, approach the legend of Pan and the strange occurrences at Hogan's fountain with a critical eye. They ask, could the so-called nocturnal activities of Pan be nothing more than the play of moonlight on the statue, creating illusions of movement? They ponder the possibility that the eerie sounds attributed to Pan's flute might simply be the natural acoustics of the park, the wind weaving its way through the trees and the fountain itself, mimicking melodies where none were intended. And what of the electronic disturbances, the cold spots, the feelings of being watched? Could these not be attributed to the quirks of technology, the variable nature of weather, or even the power of suggestion? After all, in a place so steeped in legend, it's not possible that our minds are more susceptible to perceiving the supernatural in the natural, to finding shadows where there are only leaves? Yet on the other hand, there are those moments, those encounters that defy easy explanation, where the boundary between the known and the unknown seems to blur. Even the most ardent skeptics must sometimes pause and wonder, if only for a moment, whether there is more to the stories of Hogan's fountains than mere fancy. For in the realm of the supernatural, absence of evidence is not necessarily evidence of absence. And so, as we draw near on the conclusion of our journey today, I invite you to reflect on the stories we've shared, on the whispers of the past, and the echoes of the present that converge at Hogan's Fountain. Whether you find yourself leaning towards the logical or the mystical, remember that it is the quest for understanding that unites us, the thrill of the chase that excites us, and the stories we tell that connect us. I encourage you to keep the spirit of exploration alive. Visit Hogan's Fountain, if you dare, not just as a seeker of truth, but as a storyteller, ready to add your own voice to the chorus of those that have been captivated by its charm. And who knows? Perhaps you'll find yourself face to face with the legend itself, ready to share your own tale of mystery and magic with the world. I want to thank you, my brave listeners, for joining me on this adventure. Your curiosity and passion for the unexplained make this podcast what it is, a journey into the heart of mystery and legends. And now I turn to you. Do you have a story to share? Have you encountered the unexplained, or do you have a local legend that seems to send shivers down your spine? I invite you to share your tales and experiences. Reach out through our YouTube channel, Discord server, or email. Your story could be featured in a future episode, adding another thread to our ever-growing tapestry of tales. Until next time, keep your eyes and mind open to the mysteries and legends around you.